guys, today it's not such a nice day outside. It's kind of shitty, cold, rainy. That's why I wore the shirt.
Because it's important to maintain a positive attitude. Today I'm heading back to Jamie's place, gonna go pick up AJ. We're gonna go hang out there because I wanna put the stock seat back in the RX-7 because lately I'm starting to think about driving it again. Financially, it's not a good idea. I should just let it be, work on the other stuff, get all that figured out. But if I just get the RX-7 running properly and don't race it, I did a little research about that oil problem I had last season. So in a very interesting turn of events, I think I blew a turbo. There's all kinds of oil around here, oil on my intake manifold, and up on the hood. And I think we're gonna be okay. Maybe I'll just make it shiny, drive it here, there, to meets, make it reliable, not beat the shit out of it, just have a car to enjoy and drive and show off with. So we're gonna go do all that stuff. I just gotta load up the car, make some room for AJ to sit in there, and then we'll get the hell out of here, all right? So we made it to Jamie's place. We came, we saw, brought the seat and stuff for the RX-7, and we didn't do nothing really. We just kind of hung out. So yeah, I don't know. It's a rainy day. What else can you do? Right? It's one of those days. It's like a video game day. Stay home, chill. So we're gonna head back and yeah. Well, that really didn't work out. We didn't film anything. We got some stuff done, but you know, sometimes you just need to hang out and chill. Good news is, today is Tuesday, another top 5. We haven't done that in a little while. I know some people like it, maybe you don't, whatever. Let's get another top 5. Today, let's check out top 5 best events of 2018. I know I've been beating this dead horse non-stop in the last videos for the last few months over the winter time, but we had a good time, so why not express it? Share it. What's the other word I'm looking for? You know what I mean. So we'll get right into it. The number 5 best moment, and it's so hard to like say 1 to 5. Let's just say that these are 5 of the best moments, not necessarily in any order. Definite good day that I would love to go back to and experience again over and over and over again would be hanging out at Naperville Dragway with some guys that have been in the sport for a long time, getting to really learn the ropes, getting to learn from the professionals. And these dudes are just super nice, chill dudes that you're buddies, you're hanging out, you're friends, you know, it's nice to meet guys that don't have their heads up there, guys that are, I don't even know what to say about that. It's good to have guys in the car scene that are just open to accepting you into their little group, their little gangs, even though you don't know anything. They don't judge, they don't criticize, they help you out, they give you tips, tricks, they teach you things. Guys like this are definitely important to the car world. And it was a total honor to hang out with these guys at Naperville Dragway. We were hanging out with Chris Fumo, hanging out with his dad a bit, Vincent Fumo, both really great drag racers. They're definitely in the sport, they know their things, they're legit like pros. Like it's like we're kind of starstruck hanging out with them in a way. Good, guys, nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
How you doing with all this heat out here?
Hot, fucking hot, but I lost the race.
Because these dudes are good at what they do.
No problem. Huh?
Thanks for the interview. And Don Vicelli, super nice gentleman. I had the pleasure of having breakfast with him most mornings on my way to work. We work close to each other, so we often see each other on the way to work.
Hey, Timothy.
Smile for the camera.
Just get here.
How are you? I've been here for a little while.
Yeah.
Super cool to be able to, you know, talk to him over breakfast and talk about the cars and the racing and what it's all about, and then actually get to go out there and see it firsthand, have him there telling me what's what, how it works.
Brent, who's our drag race guy. Turns out that Don knew Brent's dad being Dale Lagace, a crew chief for a lot of different race teams, and he worked with a lot of different people in the scene. He was very well known, so it's really cool to go there with Brent, hear stories of the Lagace legacy, basically hear stories about when Dale was younger in the sport and stuff like that. And it's really like it's a big deal because it's spiritual at that point. It's not just we like drag racing, it's in the blood, it's in the heart, it's in the soul. It's a real thing, and it's really special. Total honor to be out there hanging out with these guys. Dyno tuning the RX-7. That was definitely a cool experience. It had been a really long time that I was trying to get out to Derwin Performance. I had an appointment made earlier in the year, and then things went bad, things went wrong. I was supposed to do it actually the summer before, and I never made it there. And anyways, I had to break in the engine and all this kind of stuff, so I finally got the RX-7 to Derwin Performance to be dyno tuned. And it was fun. It was cool. I got to the shop super early, before anybody else was even there. I had to beat the traffic across the bridge because I hate traffic and people in traffic. Some people just can't drive. Back on point. I get there super early, nobody's there yet, so I try to figure out where to take the car off the trailer. And while I'm there, I'm gonna check out the couple cars that are sitting outside. There's an FC, there's a nice RX-8, a couple FDs. Very cool stuff to see. Not something you see everywhere. Nice to stop off at a place that specializes in rotary stuff. Ching. We do a little work on the car. Find out that the previous owner, I can make a story, a whole list of stuff that the previous owner of this car did wrong. There's a whole bunch of stuff they did to this car that prevented us from really getting all the power out of it. Like, he put an aftermarket boost controller, a little mechanical one, took off the original one. He took off a bunch of stuff that we actually needed to make the boost pressure work out properly. And so we just had to do the best that we could with what we had. Anyways, Bernard at Derwin Performance, kid knows his shit, and he tuned the hell out of the car against the odds. We also had a faulty O2 sensor, and I just didn't want to drop the bacon to pay for a new one. So we did what we could with the one that was in it, and he did really, really well. So we ended up at the end of the day with 290 horsepower and I believe 220 something pounds of torque, which are pretty good numbers considering it's stock. I mean, the only mods on the engine really is HKS mushroom style air filter, Apexy FC, Power FC. Apparently those are pretty weak. First time I ever put a car on the dyno, and it was cool. It was crazy. It was weird to hear my car run wide open for that long and then just crackle and pop and make all kinds of noise and do stuff. And it was sort of scary in a way, but at the end of the day, it all worked out really well. And considering that I went from 230 horsepower to 290 horsepower, it was pretty good. It cost me about $1,000, but it's better to run a tuned car than an untuned car, right? And not run into problems potentially, stuff like that. So, cha-ching went through, and it was expensive, but whatever. Number 3. One thing that I've been really hoping for with this whole TC project 253 to work out and what's going to happen is basically, I'm TimCollumTC. It's my project. 253 is my brother's racing number. It's in his honor. So basically, like, this is my show. What I say goes and stuff like that. But what I really want to come out of this, if anything, I just want basically a team, a race team. I've always dreamed of that my whole life, having a race team of my buddies and stuff, and I want them to all get into it and do this kind of crazy shit that I'm doing. So when they start to make moves and do things to get better and faster and be more competitive, stuff like that, that's a big deal for me. I like that. So when Brent went out and got slicks for his Malibu, after he's been working on that thing quite a bit, so he's doing a lot of mods to it and everything else. He went out and he got a set of slicks. We threw on some centerline wheels that I had. He's getting serious. And that's awesome. I love seeing that. This crew is about drag racing and drifting. So I've been working on getting my ass to the drift track and doing a lot of drifting. Brent is our drag race guy, and he's out there killing it. Making moves, he's progressing, moving forward every day. He's got momentum, he's got the drive, he's got the talent, he's an amazing mechanic. On this night we went out to the racetrack. It was his first night running slicks, and it was pretty cool. And to know like what's going through his head, him talking to me at the side of the track and stuff like that, just amazing. And then that night actually, like, there was people there that recognized us from these videos, which don't have a lot of views, so that's amazing on its own. So that was definitely a great moment. Brent getting the slicks on his Malibu was a good moment this summer, and it fueled the fire. It made him want more, and more drag racing we're gonna do. If you haven't been following too much, that's our new team car. That's the Project 253 drag car. The feel good, people getting into racing, having a good damn time out there at the racetrack, doing things, hanging out like buddies and homies and just doing it, killing it. Send it. That's right. Jamie's first day out there drifting at the racetrack. So Sean came, helped us out with his truck, ran around in the pits and everything, bringing around tires, this and that. This was Jamie's first time ever drifting. What a blast. And I'm very happy to say that he enjoyed it so much that he's going back for more. He's been setting up, working on things and doing stuff, and he's gonna start building a legit drift car. So pay attention, stay tuned, because there's gonna be a lot of cool shit about that. But this day right here, when we all went to the drift track and Jamie and I drifted together for the first time, was definitely a highlight of my summer, because it shows me kind of what we can do, where we can go with this. The big goal is hopefully we can teach this kid to drift, set him up with a good car, help him build his car, and we got us a drift team. And there's somebody else on that team too that we got to work and help out and build up and teach how to drive, but that's for another video. And number one, not necessarily all in that order at all, but another really good day for me was the last time I got out to the track to drift for the year. The homies were out there too. A lot of friends out there. There was pro drift teams out there, pro drag teams out there. Jean-Marc and Brent came down. They both ran the quarter mile. We did a couple mods to Jean-Marc's wagon over the summer.
So this is what we got to put on. Some headers. MSP ignition parts, cap, rotor, new plugs, ARP.
And he actually went out there to test it out, see what it did on the quarter mile.
Yeah, buddy, big day.
You ready for that?
Hey, it's a good thing it's slow, then I'd be really scared.
You look comfortable.
Of course I'm comfortable. Look at these seats. Alright. There's my Civic.
It's alright. We're just testing for a baseline, right? Just to see where it's at.
3-4 seconds, okay? That's great.
Alright.
I'll see you guys later.
Let it rip, theater chip.
If you saw in the last videos, well, a couple videos ago, that wagon has got some serious power put into it. So we're gonna get a very, very different number next time when we go back. But the dude ran the quarter mile. He's getting into the racing and I love it. I'm proud of you, buddy. Brent was out there rocking the quarter mile.
Focus, you stupid camera.
Slicks and stuff, doing his thing. I was out on the track drifting. Some friends showed up with a drone, so they were like filming me out on the track and stuff like that. And it was just a day that I just ran the absolute shit out of the RX-7. It gave everything it had. We started throwing oil out of the turbos by the end of the day, so that means it was like a really, obviously a good day, right? Great. And we just had a blast. It was like the last brouhaha, fuck it, wing it, send it. If it breaks, it breaks. Sapaus, sacaus. You know what I'm saying, you guys? And I made a lot of friends out there at the racetrack this year, and I'm very, very much looking forward to season 2019, this season, this summer coming, hanging out with all you guys again, because you guys are amazing, meeting more people, doing more things, going to different tracks, different venues. It's gonna be a blast. Stick around. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't, you know what to do. I don't want to say it every time, so like, let's just party, follow the journey. It's about it's the journey, not the destination. We kind of know the destination, what we want it to be and where it should be and where it's gonna go, but fuck it, enjoy the ride. Enjoy the ride. You get to go around the block once. Do it in style, in your style. Do what you want. Don't let anybody give you shit. Do your own thing. Follow your dreams. That's what living's all about. You be you. Never quit, never give up. It's gonna be one hell of a ride.